Shalom, Israel. Shalom. 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 Shalom, Israel. Shalom. 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 Back. Another day, another week here in Babylon the Great, spiritually known as Babylon the Great, the belly of the beast. The U.S., spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, prophecy. But let me start out and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakak, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000. And to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. And I'll title this one the Lord's Unexpected Return. The Lord's Unexpected Return. Call halal Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Call halal Yumla Alahayanawa Abanawa Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And as the title reads, man, the Lord's unexpected return. And the time is short. The time is short. Looking in the headlines, things are they're not getting better, they're getting worse. And this is exactly what the Lord said. Let me go right into it. We're gonna go right into prophecy. Let me go to Luke. This is what it is, prophecy. Luke 12. Luke 12 and 49, and it reads, it says, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? See? Lord said he's coming to send fire on the earth. And it's going to be fire, man. Because we're approaching the third World's War. See? The Third World's War. World War III. This is the final war. The greatest war of all time. That's the last war that's going to be fought. And it's going to be nuclear. See? Nuclear. Those ICBM missiles, those are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. Those ICBM missiles are a part of the Lord's army. And they're going to hit this place, the U.S. This is the last seconds of this place. This is inevitable. We see you know, in the latest, with the U.S., you know, Trump sending those warships over there, threatening Iran. You see, and with that heavy military presence over there in the so-called Middle East right now, with all the nations over there, their militaries are over there. See? Because that's where the Third World War is going to be. So the Lord said he's coming literally to set the world on fire. This place, ultimately the U.S., that's going to be hit by those ICBM missiles. See? And you got a biological war, you got civil war that's coming. But the Lord said, it says 50. It says, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? See? And it tell you in Scripture that the Lord, vengeance burned in the Lord's heart, man. The day of vengeance burneth in the Lord's heart. See? It says, and he said he's going to accomplish his anger. See, he's angry with the wicked every day. The Lord is long suffering. See, 1,000 years to the Lord is only one day. It's only one day to him. So judgment is prepared. It says 51. It says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. See? See? So the Lord says, suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. See, this is why you gotta have a name, man. See? That's why the Lord told that woman, ye not know what you worship. You don't know who you're serving, man. You don't know ye not know what you worship. You don't know what you're serving, man. You don't know about the Lord. It says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay. See? Nay. Nay means no. It says, but rather division. And this is what we are about. This is what we're witnessing. The division in the earth. Lord, he's separating the elect from the evil, the righteous from the evil, the good from the bad. There's a division there's a line being drawn. That's that division. You can't be halfway. See? You can't be halfway. You got to be all the way with the Lord or all the way against them. You can't have 1 foot in the world and 1 foot in the truth. That's not going to work. The Lord's not doing. He's not dealing with that. The Lord said if you're lukewarm, he's going to spew you out of his mouth. See? That's just like when you go to the restaurant and you order a plate of food, and then they bring you out your food, and your food is cold. You're gonna taste it in your mouth, and then as soon as you taste it, it's cold. You're gonna spit that out. You're gonna say, "What is this?" You want your food hot. That's the same thing the Lord wants with his servants, man. He don't want no lukewarm servants. See? So the Lord said, he says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. So you got to pick a side. What side are you on? And this is more in ever to pick your side. You gonna be with the world, or you gonna be with the Lord? Period. Period. And it ain't no other way to it, man. And we see, we see this whole tyrannical, this draconian system that's being put in place. This old system, this old way of living is out. See? We see throughout, we see the oppression, the squeeze is getting tighter.
That's right, my father got around and brought
the squeeze is getting tighter. This is the Lord he's drawing the division. You gonna be with him or you gonna be against him? Because this system is gonna bring you to your knees. This is gonna start with that new world order, that special police. Claude Schwab said you're gonna own nothing and be happy. We're watching a total collapse of the Constitution. There ain't no more rights. Because they get ready to strip you people from all your rights. See? See? And they're sending out that new world order, that special police. And they're using extremely deadly force. And it's going to ramp up to a whole nother level. See, right now in the U.S. right now, because this is that place. This is that Babylon, that spiritually Babylon the Great, man. Everybody's here. This is where that great deliverance and that great destruction is going to happen at. But just here in 2026, the year of apostate, spies, sellouts, and agents, the year. But this year in 2026, here in the U.S., they deployed over 10,000 active National Guard soldiers and active duty U.S. Marines. So they're already on the soils here in the U.S. To over seven different cities. See? So they're bringing in the military, man. And we see already in 2026, ISIS already killed, 30 people already. 2 of them gunned down. They just killed shot to death a protester and killed a woman. See? And there's nothing you can do about it. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And, this new draconian beast administration, they're jailing your congressmen, your senators. See? This is a total collapse of your Constitution. See? A total collapse. No more rights. You gonna get down with this system, or you gonna suffer for the Lord, man? These are the options, and we know all roads lead to the RFID, the micro C hip. Right? Let me go here. I'm just kind of flowing in the spirit, man. But the world is gonna be literally on fire, man. With so much, it's just so much chaos, anarchy. That's what's coming, anarchy, man. The Lord tell you, when He come back, shall He find faith on earth? This is how you gonna be delivered. It's through your faith. You're not gonna be delivered through keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, because we can't keep them perfectly. We are to be rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of our ability. But we're going to be saved through our faith. Do you really believe? And we're coming into that time. Do you really believe on the Lord, man? And what name are you coming in? What name? See, this is why it is power in the name. Let me go here. The test of your faith. See, the test of your faith. We know the Lord's not dealing with you Sunday Christians, man. He not dealing with you so-called you Muslims, the Islamic faith. He not dealing with that. He not dealing with you Jehovah Witnesses. He not dealing with you your Scientology. He not dealing with Kemet and Egyptology. He not dealing with none of that, man. There's one truth. There is one truth, and this truth is with starting with the men out of the Lord's people, the Hebrew Israelites. Ultimately, here at Great Millstone, the Church of Berea, the house of David, there is one truth. That's it. Let me go here. There's one song, and it's the scriptures. One song. Everybody is on tune singing the same song. You got other, you got other Jake, they telling you that the nations, other nations can be delivered, that salvation is for everybody. You got some of the camps telling you that. You got some camps, telling you John the Baptist was not a man of the Lord. He fell out of the truth. Apostle Paul's writings don't mean nothing. The micro C hip, that's not the mark that's spoken about Revelation, the 13th chapter. See, there's one truth, there's one song, that's it. Everybody singing the same song, the same, dancing to the same tune. Period. Here at Great Millstone, this is where that, according to the gospel, the truth, this is where that song is. We don't need no rap music. And you got Jake sitting there trying to do rap music. Making these songs about we don't need that, man. The scripture, these are the greatest lyrics ever. Of all times. We don't need nothing else. The scriptures. This is the song. Let me go here. Amos. Call hello, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Let me go here. Psalm 5 and 23, and it reads, Psalm 5 and 23, and it reads, it says, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs. See? It says, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols. See? The scriptures are the song. We don't need nothing else, man. We don't need trying to rap and make these songs. The scriptures are the song. This is the greatest lyrics ever of all times. The scriptures. Read the scriptures. This is the song, man. The prophecies. All that, you Sunday Christians, jumping around in church, foaming off at the mouth, rolling around on the carpet, speaking in these unknown tongues. That's not the song, man. The prophecies, the scriptures, this is the song. The Lord said, He said, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs. You got that dude, Deacon Akah, and the Sakari, sitting there trying to make all this rap music. Rapping about the Lord, and then ISUPK, all these different Israelite camps, and we don't need none of that, man. All you got to do is read the scriptures. This is the song. See? Jake is messed up, man. Jake is messed up. Matter of fact, let me go here. The song, man. Run the tune, boy. Let me go here. His judgment is prepared, man. And a lot of people, they're gonna get caught off guard. Ain't no other way to it. The Lord's unexpected return. What was that, man? Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, let me go here. The Lord got something that's coming. That's just, it's finna catch a lot of people off guard, man. You were warned. You were warned. The Lord told you, I sent to you all my prophets, rising up early, sending them daily, man. So all the prophets still to this day, warning Jake. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Let me go here. This is Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 31 and 17. And it reads, it says, then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them. And this is the time that we're coming into. Is that it's many disasters that's coming, you know, because judgment is going to start with 2/3 of the Lord's people and on down to the other nations. Judgment. It says, and many evils and troubles shall befall them. It says, so that they will say in that day, are not these evils come upon us, because our power is not among us? See? It says 18. It says, I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they shall have wrought, in that they are turned unto other gods. Right? Because our people, they like to, you know, they're all into Islam. They're all into, they worship Guadalupe.
You just made me want to make a punch, man.
They worship the Kemet god. They're all over the place, man. Our people are all over the place, worshiping these strange gods, all into idolatry. The Lord tell you, ye shall have no other God before me. That's a commandment. If not, I think it's the first commandment. Ye shall have no God before me. It says 19. It says, now therefore write ye this song. See, this song. The scriptures are the song, man. We don't need nothing else. All this extra music and all this other stuff that's in the world, man. This just the scriptures. This is the song. It says, now therefore write ye this song for you, and teach it the children of Israel. Who? The children of Israel. Israel is a people before a place. Jerusalem, it's a people before a place. This is the Lord's chosen people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians who have been scattered all over the world. That's Israel. It says, and teach it the children of Israel, put it in their mouths, that this song. See, if you're not coming with these prophecies, you're not singing the right song, man. If you're not coming in the Lord's true name, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, you're not singing the right song.
I made it rain in Dubai for a whole hour.
If you're not keeping faith, you're not singing the right song. See? You're not singing the right song, man. If you ain't telling the people that this the mark which is spoken about in Revelation the 13th chapter, if you ain't telling Jake, man, that the mark is the RFID, the micro C hip, you're not singing the right song. You're not dancing. We're not dancing to the same tune. And that's just that, man. You're not letting the people know, Jake know about the Jacob's trouble, this disaster, this terrifying time that we're entering. If you're not letting Jake know, you're not singing the right song. If you're telling Jake that all nations can be delivered, all the nations, that salvation is for every single nation, you're not singing the right song, man. Period. Period. That this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. See? This is who the Lord's people are. Israel, the Hebrew Israelites. Period. It's mentioned over and over and over. Let me go here. But you know, our people wanna they wanna go up. They singing another tune. They singing another song. What is that? Hosea. Hosea. And if you're not going precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, you're not singing the right song. Even the ducks had to the ducks got to make a sound on that. I'm over here by the water, man, by the lake. This is where I teach at, man. You got the ducks out here. When them ducks make that sound, that's a warning sound. See? That's a warning. The Lord's creation is beautiful, man. The Lord is the Lord's creation. It tell you that it's going to take eternity for us to seek out the Lord's creation. See, this is going to take eternity, even in the kingdom, for us to search out the Lord's creation. Let me go here. Powerful, man. He ain't nothing to play with. Hosea, let me go here. You ain't warning and telling our people that they're Hebrew Israelites, who they are. You ain't singing the right song, man. Let me go here. Hosea 5 and 15, and it reads, it says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction they will seek me early. And who is they? See? Who is they? This is the elect, man. The remnant. See, Lord willing, I'm part of the hopeful elect, man. Lord willing. But the real servants, man, they've came back to their heritage, woken up. I can tell you in Salakia, in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, about the valley of dry bones, the Lord breathing life into those bones. Because, you know, for so long, Jake, we have been spiritually dead, man. You don't know who you are. But the Lord, in this end, He has a remnant. He has a remnant, an elect, that He's coming back to deliver and protect in this end, in this time, in this judgment, this final judgment. Remnant, man. This is who it's about, the remnant, the elect. But it says, I'll read it again. But it says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. And we know the 2/3. They're not seeking the Lord in their affliction, man. They're not doing it. And you know, they want to take matters into their own hands. We know definitely the Lord not dealing with none of you Sunday Christian pastors. And definitely not these heathens, these other nations. Because it is based on faith, man. You got a lot of people, you know, their whole plan. You know, a lot of people, their plan is to go off grid in this time of trouble. They want to go off grid or try to overthrow this system. And you're not singing the right song. This is what a lot of people think that they finna do is in this time of trouble, this danger that's coming, that they're gonna be able to shake whatever is coming and be able to go and live off grid or try to rebel and try to battle the system. That's not what the Lord said to do. You know, it's going to take a divine power. It's going to take the Lord to protect you. If you got a family, you and your family, and to deliver you out of this. And there's great miracles that's coming to the elect, man. It tells you that they're going to be amazed at the strangeness of the elect's salvation. See? See? But the elect, the hopeful elect, the remnant, they're coming back to the Lord. They're seeking Him in a time of affliction. But you know, the 2/3, a good majority of our people, they're not hearkening, man. They're not listening. Matter of fact, let me go here. I'll grab that. I'll go to that. What is that? Call halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Call halal yumlah. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Is it? Yeah, here we go. Salakia. Jeremiah. Jeremiah 25:4. And it reads. It says, and the Lord Yahawah has sent unto you, who? To Jake, man, to his people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the tribes. His chosen people. It says, and the Lord Yahawah has sent unto you all his servants, the prophets. See, the prophets who are out here on the highways and hedges, doing the sit-downs, doing anything and everything they can to warn Jake, ultimately the elect. to help gather the Lord's elect, man. Rising early and sending them. But ye have not hearkened, nor inclined your ear to hear. See? See? The Lord he's leaving no excuse why you couldn't get it. And we got brothers all over, because Jake, man, our people are scattered into every single nation on earth. They're scattered into every single nation on earth. Different languages, all of that. All of that. And we know the word is out here in the street ministry, and also on the internet. And the internet goes into every single nation on earth. See? Every single nation on earth. So the Lord said, I sent to you all my servants, the prophets, man. Because we know all hell is getting ready to break loose. So the Lord said, I'll read it one more time. It says, and the Lord Yahawah sent unto you all his servants the prophets, rising early, sending them. It says, but ye have not hearkened, nor inclined your ear to hear. See? And this is what's going on with a lot of our people. They don't want to hear the words of the Lord. They reject his word. And the evils are coming, they're growing, because it's judgment. They reject the Lord's word. They ignore his word. They don't want to listen to it. And he said, I sent to you all my servants, the prophets. There's no excuse. The Lord leaving no excuse. And this is why we see, because just like in times past, the Lord used the militaries. He uses the militaries. He used the Babylonian military. He used on his people. He used the Assyrian military. He used the Greeks. He used their military, and the Romans. This is the final captivity that we're in. And this is the revival of the Roman Empire. That's why Trump is that Nero. See? And we know what Nero did. Nero persecuted Jake, man. And it's the same thing all over again. And the Lord, matter of fact, like he just said, he sent all his servants warning his people. But our people, they don't, a lot of them, they don't incline their ear. They don't want to listen to this. So this is why the Lord sent in, he said, I'm going to chase you with the sword. This is what the Lord said, I'm going to chase you with the sword. So we know the militaries around the world, ultimately all this AI technology, this is all the sword of the Lord. These ICE agents, they're the sword of the Lord. These Marines, the sword of the Lord. All of this is the sword of the Lord. Let me go here. What is that? Isaiah? You didn't want to listen, man. Matter of fact, let me go to Proverbs. He said they didn't incline nor to hear the word. You didn't want to hearken. And you've been warned, man. He said he's everybody. The Lord said all his prophets. man, the terror that the Lord is finna send, man, it's just man. And the Assyrians, man, they were known for their brutal torture. What is that? Let me go here. There was one in this just goes back to fearing the Lord, man. What is that? Salakia, Akim. Where is that? Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick. Fearing the Lord, man. Fearing the Lord. It says Proverbs 14 and 26. And it reads, it says, in the fear of Yahawah is strong confidence. See? Proverbs 14 and 26. In the fear of Yahawah is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge. See? A place of refuge, man. See? Confidence, man. Fearing the Lord. And fearing Yahawah. Why? Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. There's a boldness. This is why, the Lord, he got particular men, starting with the apostles on down here at Great Millstone, speaking his word, man, on down. And other men teaching the same likewise doctrine, singing the same song. There's a confidence that cannot be overthrown. And the Lord said a place of refuge. And it goes back to having that name. That name. You have to have the name. You can't come in any other name. The Father Yahawah, which means He is the Most High. Yahawah, the Father. There's nothing above Him. Nothing. Yahawah. That name. There ain't no other name. Yahawah. And his heavenly begotten Son, His only Son, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, the Savior, the Deliverer. That's what His name means. Who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Those are the names, man. You have to have. There's no other names. Period. You gotta have those names, man. And what name are you coming in? You coming in any other name besides those names, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. But it says, in the fear of the Lord Yahawah is strong confidence, and His children shall have a place of refuge. And in this time of danger, of terror and war that is taking place and that's about to escalate You want to have a place of refuge, a place of safety. And you have to have the true names of the Lord. And it starts with fearing him. See? And that's just plain and simple, man. Our people they don't want to hearken, they don't want to listen, man. Let me go here. Let me stay in Proverbs. Let me stay in Proverbs. Proverbs 19. Proverbs 19 and 20. And it reads, it says, hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. And we're in the latter end right now. There's only a few more seconds left. See? Jake, you gotta pay attention, man. You gotta listen. You gotta hearken unto the prophets. The Lord has set up particular men, ultimately here at Great Millstone. Period, man. This is where the according to the gospel of this Bible, this is where the 144% truth is dwelling out of every single place in the world. There's no other place that has the 144% truth according to this gospel, but here at Great Millstone, period. Starting with the apostles and elders and bishops on down, period. Period. We see right now too the evidence, man. These Sunday Christians, all this, these other different man philosophy denominations, and they're waxing worse, man. They waxing worse. They don't have the full truth. They don't have the full truth, man. They can't go into the prophecies. They don't have it. You got to come to the Lord's men out of his people. You got to come to Great Millstone, period. Period. They telling you some old other stuff. We're the real spiritual weathermen. See? They can't. They just can't go into the prophecies. They can't do it. And you women, man, just get out the way. You women that's trying to teach this book, get out the way. Go cook your husband some dinner. Rub his feet and back. You women, get out the way. Let the Lord has set up his men out of his people to teach this book. You women, get out the way. Teach your kids. Go cook your family some food, some dinner. Period. It says, Salakia. Proverbs 19 and what is that? Proverbs 19 and 21. And it reads, it says, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord Yahawah, that shall stand. Right. There's nothing else. You can read all those other books. That's cool. Your degrees that, going into Esau's educational system. All of that, man. That's, if you don't have the wisdom according to these scriptures, you know, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Nothing else is going to stand but the Lord's word for eternity. That's why it tells you his word is more precious than gold, than rubies. As a matter of fact, let me go here. But the Lord, you know, the Lord is telling you, man, he's called. Matter of fact, let me get that. Because World War III, Civil War, World War, the pestilence, biological war, famine, mourning, lamentations. This is hunger, poverty. This is all what's coming. See? We're trying to tell Jake, man. Let me go here. Proverb 28. Let me go here. Proverbs 28 and 8. And it reads, it says, the prophets that have been before me and been before thee and old, both against many, prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. See? The prophets that have been before me and of old both prophesied against great kingdoms, many countries, and of war and evil and pestilence. See? And this is what's on the rise. This is what we have. War, famine, diseases. You got these new diseases that are breaking out, man. See? Disease warfare. You got incurable diseases that are getting ready to take hold, man. I forgot the name of the new disease that they're speaking about. Dang, I don't want to butcher it, man. I don't want to butcher it, but hey. I forgot the name of it, but it's like I have to bring it up in another lesson. I don't want to butcher it, but they got a couple new viruses that are out and they're spreading. This is all according to prophecy, man. We're starting here at Great Millstone. We've been telling you about the pestilence. The famine, the war, you know, the collapse of society. Esau, Edom, the so-called white folks, this is the collapse of their kingdom. They're being stripped from their rulership. It says, we've been telling you this, starting with the apostles on down. It says 9, it says, the prophets which prophesied of peace. You got a lot of these Sunday Christian church pastors telling you that the Lord is all love. He just is. He loves everybody, preaching peace in the time of war. And here it is. You can people. This ICE is just going around and they're just blowing people to pieces, and just snatching people off the streets. You know, people are mourning, man. Families being broken up. We're in a partial government shutdown right now. You got millions of people losing their jobs, federal jobs. It's a mess right now. It says the prophet which prophesieth of peace. It ain't no peace right now. It's war and commotion that's befalling the earth. It says, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahawah hath truly sent him. Right. And this is what here at Great Millstone, we're the prophets of doom. We're the doomsday prophets. Yeah, we're prophets of doom. We're telling you the doomsday is coming. We're blowing the trumpet and sounding the alarm. All these other camps and these different paths, they're not going into prophecy. They're not going into prophecy, man. They're not warning Jake what's really coming. And we see it's coming to pass. It's coming to pass through the power and the spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Like we've been telling you. It's going to get so terrifying out here. Matter of fact, let me go here. We're in Jacob's trouble, man. This is not the time to be getting comfortable. This ain't the time to be getting comfortable and trying to build your 401k and have generational wealth. Because Jake thinks it's all good. Jake thinks it's all good. Let me go here. They're about to send them. They're about to send these. That martial law is coming. See? That martial law is coming. And this happened in times past, man. This happened in times past. And like I said, the Lord, he uses the military, man. You got martial law coming, you got these detention, more detention centers and these prison camps and things like that are being set up. And that Donald Trump, his two biggest supporters are with those. They're the owners, the CEOs of the two biggest prisons, or private prisons here in the U.S. Man, that Donald Trump has those the CEOs of those private prisons. They're funding him, man. They're help funding him. Because on what the plan is, man. Oh, it's being prepared. It's definitely being prepared. They ultimately coming after Jake. Everybody gonna get caught up in this, but they ultimately coming after Jake. But it says Isaiah 10:3. Isaiah 10:3, and it reads. It says, and what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from afar? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory? See? The Lord gonna let this military come in. That's why we seeing what's taking place right now with these ICE agents and these Marines that are coming in. The Lord is telling Jake, who gonna help you? Who gonna be your help? It says, without me, they shall bow down under the prisoners, and they shall fall under the slain. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. Right. And still right now, the Lord got his hand stretched out still. See, right now the Lord, it's like right now the Lord, it's like your dad telling you, clean up your room. It's just for an example. It's like the Lord, telling his people, his men, because we're the mouth of the Lord, man. The prophets telling his people, just like your dad, clean up that room. Clean that room up. You better clean that, and you just keep ignoring him. You keep ignoring him. And then right now, we at that point right now, the Lord got that belt. See? I use it for an example. It's like right now, the Lord in this time coming, he got that belt. He got that belt right now, and he wrapping it around his hands right now, getting ready to whoop your ass, man. That's what time. That's where we at right now. He got that belt, and he wrapping it around his hand right now, getting ready to spank that ass. We're warning you, Jake. This is where it's at right now. The Lord is saying, what are you going to do? Who are you going to call for help? Isaiah, but he said, but his hand is stretched out still. Because the prophets are still out here on the highways and hedges, still doing the lessons, sit downs, but we see the winds of destruction. They're not going to be. He's not going to keep holding back the winds of destruction, man. He gonna let them go in a minute, and it's just gonna be. It's gonna be all hell, man. It's civil war coming to the soils, to the lands of America and throughout the world, man. It's gonna be full blown. Police brutality with this martial law and these troops and stuff like that. It's just gonna be all out, just bust your head, man. It says 5. It says, "O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation." And like I said, you go back to the Assyrians, they were terrifying torturers, man, on what they did to the northern kingdom. Go back and look at that. It says 6. It says, I will sin against him an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. And this is what we're seeing. But it's gonna amplify. It's gonna get, it's just gonna get disrespectful, man. It's gonna get completely out of hand. To where they just start, just forcefully, just totally, just kicking in doors, coming in your home, taking what they want, removing you, and you can't going door to door to door to door, hauling you off to these camps and putting your ass there. They put it in all these movies, man. Jake looks at the movies for entertainment. This is prophecy. It's serious what's coming, man. The Lord gonna let that go. He gonna let Esau off the leash on his worst behavior. We're seeing it now. See? Let me close out with this. I'll close out with this. I got a couple more and I'll close out. Let me go to Proverbs 1, and then I'll close out with it says there's something that's on my spirit. And a lot of, this is all coming, the real servants see it. We see the sign, everything is there, man. There's only a a few more prophecies left. There's only a few more prophecies left, and a lot of people finna get caught off guard. Because it's we're in this, they keep shutting down the government. You got all this defunding of police and loss of jobs. More viruses are spreading. People are in an uproar. There's thousands and thousands of people protesting across the nation and across the world right now. These protests are getting deadly. But it says, and the Lord got something that's finna catch a lot of people off guard. Ultimately, we know that mark, that RFID, and those ICBMs. That's the ultimate to catch you off guard, unaware. Is those missiles that are coming. But let me go here. Proverbs 1 and 22. Proverbs 1 and 22, and it reads. It says, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. See? And fools hate knowledge. See? The Lord told you that whoso believeth in their own heart, you're a fool, man. And we know in the end here, a lot of people with all of this stuff going on, with their doomsday prepping, thinking that they're going to go off grid. You think you're going to go off grid and be able to, or somehow battle and fight and stand up against this system. You're a fool, man. You're a fool. Trying to take matters into your own hands. We are to have patience and wait on the Lord. We see what the Lord doing. He cooking. He told you he's going to set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight. They're divided, man. The Lord is tearing down these governments. Ultimately, here in the U.S., he's doing this, man. He's tearing down this place from within first, breaking it down, and then in the end gonna let the missiles fly. Ultimately, on this place, we ain't gotta do nothing except continue to do what he say, doing our best to please him and to pray to him. It says 23. It says, turn ye at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. But our people, they just can't do it, man. They can't do it. It says, a good majority of our people. It says 24. It says, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. It says 25. It says, but ye have set at not all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. See? None of my reproof. My people don't want to hearken. It says 26. It says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear is coming. See? The Lord said he's gonna mock when your fear is cometh. He's gonna send it. You got martial law. You got all the pestilence that's coming, the famine. The civil war. You got all of this that's coming. The worst time. We're telling you over and over and over. Without the Lord, you're not gonna make it out of this, man. Look, he said when this coming, he laughing right now, letting the ice, these ICE agents just blow you away and haul you off because you don't want to hearken to him. Because you're gonna need his protection. He's the refuge, a place of shelter. It's the scriptures. You can't try to take matters into your own hands. And this is what we see. And then you go off into these strange gods, these other philosophies. You just don't believe it. So the Lord picking you off one by one. One by one. What is that? And they tell you about the Lord's elect, his remnant is gonna they're gonna flourish like the palm tree. They're gonna be protected and guided, man. Yeah, they're gonna get some of us, definitely. But that's prophecy. But some of us is gonna make it all the way through. It's great, a miraculous, divine protection and deliverance that's coming to the Lord's people. The true servants understand this. Yeah, well, some of us are gonna have to be martyrs for the name of the Lord, and also be thrown into these camps, these detention centers, these prisons. We understand that, and the Lord He gonna make a way. He gonna make a way for us, man. But the Lord said He gonna laugh and mock when your fear cometh, and also we're in that time where great death is coming. Great death. What is that? Psalm 91. Psalm 91. And it reads. Psalm 91 and 7, and it reads. I'll go here. Psalm 91 and 5. Because this is for his elect, man. It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. 6, it says, for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 7, it says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. See? Because we getting ready to witness great death, where the Lord put 10,000 of people at flight at one time. 20,000, 30,000, a million. With great death, all that, take out a whole city. Shit like that, man. But this is ultimately that's coming. Is those missiles. I'll close out with this. Isaiah 9. Isaiah 9 and 5. Isaiah 9 and 5, and it reads, it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. It says, and garments rolled in blood. Because that's what in times past they fight, with that sword, and it was fought with the sword. It says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. See? This is what's coming in the end, is that those ICBMs, that nuclear war. It says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Those ICBMs, those intercontinental ballistic missiles, they travel through different continents. This is the Third World War. Those are part of the Lord's weapons of his indignation. They're going to be used, and they're going to hit this place. If you're not prophesying, if you're not telling Jake about these missiles that are going to hit this place, the U.S., and destroy this place, you're singing the wrong song. You're singing the wrong song, buddy. You're not in the spirit of the Lord. So, This is what's finna take place here in the end, man. Is those ICBMs ultimately gonna hit this place? They're gonna burn this place down. There's gonna be one big giant desert, man. It's never gonna be inhabited ever again. See? Never. Matter of fact, let me get this. Let me get this. Let me go here. Let me get this. Because those missiles are going to hit this place.
Speak their knowledge and tell them to thrive on truth.
Shalom, buh. Let me go here. Let me go here. Deuteronomy 32 and 22. Because like we said, this is prophecy. See? This is all according to prophecy. And like it tell you in Revelations, the Spirit of the Lord, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is prophecy. Prophecy. And we see prophecy is speaking loud and clear. Deuteronomy 32 and 22. It says, for a fire is kindled in mine anger. It tell you that the Lord is angry with the wicked every day, and shall burn unto the lowest hell. Hell is a condition. It's not a place where you go burn forever. That's what they teach in the Sunday Christian church, where somebody go, nobody's gonna burn forever. Hell is a condition. It's the grave. It says, it shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. And we know, those hills and mountains, those represent governments. It says 23. It says, I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spin mine arrows upon them. Because we know those missiles, they represent the arrows, man. Those are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. It says 24. It says, they shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat. That fire. This is what the Lord is going to use in the end here. It's fire. He used water in the time of Noah. This time, he going to use fire. It says, and with bitter destruction, I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, with the poison of serpents of the dust. 25. It says, the sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man, the virgin, the suckling, also with the man of gray hairs. See? And I'll leave it there, man. The Lord, He's not going to play around. He's not going to play around, man. And the missiles are coming unexpectedly. The Lord told you He's coming like a thief in the night. Nobody knows. Not even the Son, the Savior, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, not even the angel, the Elohim, the angels. Nobody knows that time when the missiles are coming. But the Father, Yahawah, don't nobody know when He's sending back His Son. See, nobody knows that time. It's gonna come unexpectedly, and it's gonna be quickly, man, quickly. So, continue to pray. You have to stay alert. Stay alert, because at any time, man, we could be out of here. So, you got the collapse of society, man, that's coming. disasters. The flood of judgment. The flood of judgment. The Lord uses that symbolically, man, as a flood. It's just waves. You got waves. When a flood come in, it just overflows the streets, removes your houses. It's a flood. And the Lord said he just gonna do that, bring that flood of judgment in until all the wicked is destroyed. See? There ain't no getting out of it. And you're gonna have those waves. The waves are gonna get bigger. They're gonna get that water current. It's just symbolic to the judgment. It's just gonna get tougher, man. It's gonna become unavoidable. It's gonna become unavoidable, man. And we know, and to tell you about that day, fleeing from a lion, dodging a bear, and those are terrifying animals. You see a lion, you're terrified. You run into a bear. Those are terrifying animals, man. Terrifying beast. And then you may get away from them, but those are just symbolized as judgment. And then you may think you get away, and then like you say, going in the house, thinking that you made it and getting bit by the serpent. Those missiles. See? Those missiles. You will not escape those missiles, man. You're not going to escape it. So this is what's on the way. You got death. You got hunger, poverty, civil war, world war. All of that, man. Famine. People getting eaten up by these wild animals. You got all of that that's coming, man. The Lord is the only way out of this. So he's the only way out of this. But until next time, man, continue to pray and watch and seek the Lord. Stay ready. But I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Shalom, Israel. Shalom.